Beloved, Toni Morrison. In the years after the Civil War, Seth, a formerly enslaved woman, lives in a lonely house on the edge of Cincinnati with her daughter, Denver. The house is haunted, not by vague superstition, but by a real restless spirit. It's the ghost of Seth's dead child, the one whose tombstone bears only a single word: beloved. The haunting is both literal and emotional, the echo of a past that refuses to stay buried. Sethi once escaped slavery from a Kentucky plantation called Sweet Home. The memories of what happened there, of brutality, humiliation, and the desperate choices she made, shadow every moment of her life. When her former fellow slave Paul D arrives at her doorstep, he brings with him a fragment of her old life and a fragile hope for peace. Together, they try to banish the ghost and the weight of what cannot be forgotten. But soon after, a mysterious young woman appears, soaked and trembling, calling herself beloved. Her presence unsettles everything. She is tender, demanding, and uncanny, as if she knows things no stranger should. Seth becomes convinced that this young woman is her dead daughter returned to life. She clings to her with a feverish devotion, trying to make amends for the unthinkable act that once defined her existence. In fleeing slavery, she killed her infant rather than let the child be captured and dragged back into bondage. Beloved grows stronger as Seth grows weaker. The more Seth gives, her time, her love, her guilt, the more Beloved consumes. The boundaries between the living and the dead, between past and present, collapse. The story becomes a haunting meditation on memory itself, on how the past devours those who cannot let it go. Through the voices of Seth, Denver, Paul D, and others who survived Sweet Home, Toni Morrison unveils the psychological scars left by slavery. Each memory is like a wound reopened, each recollection a step toward confronting the truth. Denver, once shy and isolated, must find the courage to reach out to the community that her mother had shut away. When the townspeople gather to exorcise the spirit, they are not just banishing a ghost, they are reclaiming their shared humanity. In the end, Beloved vanishes as mysteriously as she arrived. What remains is the echo of her name and the fragile hope of healing. Seth, emptied and exhausted, must learn to live again, not by forgetting but by remembering differently. Beloved is a story of love twisted by horror, of motherhood under impossible choices, and of the ways the past inhabits the present. It asks whether freedom is ever truly possible when one's memories are still enslaved, and whether love itself can survive the weight of remembrance.